You are commanded to go give and to produce and to risk and to then go sow into other people. That is a biblical idea that has made the world a profoundly better place.
Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we've been able to play at home, and I'm so happy to be here. Getting back to some plain old maintenance. That's the fun stuff. You know, engine work, that's too stressful. That's not fun. Modding an engine, okay, the bolt-ons, yeah, that's fun. Burnouts, fun. Repairing the damage, not fun. What we're working on today, 93 Thunderbird, the factory boost gauge. These are notorious for being inaccurate. You know, they got the job done back in the 90s, but nowadays, not so much. So we're gonna work on a little upgrade for this guy using the factory cluster. I'll show you what we're doing. Start out with a crash course on how these things work. It's kind of a cool little piece of engineering here. A very, very old technology. It's called a Bourdon tube. French, I don't know. Name after Montpellier Bourdon. I don't know. This little thing here is made out of copper. This little curved piece here, that is hollow. When you put air into the back of it here, you either suck on it or blow on it. What it does is it causes this Bourdon tube to stretch or decrease its diameter. It's hooked to a little tiny link there and a little set of gears, and that's what moves the needle. Now, I did a video on these a couple years ago. I just can't help it. I think they're really cool, like a precision watch. Idle. Brup, 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 brup. Boost. Blow that gasket! Even the modern gauges, if it's mechanical, this is how they all work. It's kind of cool. We're going to put an upgraded unit assembly into this thing. Getting rid of this old factory stuff. You take the instrument cluster apart, disassemble that guy. Really easy to do, handful of screws. All of your separate indicators pop right out. Boost gauge and fuel gauge. Pop the needle off and then remove a couple of screws on the back of the gauge, and that will separate right out of there. Real simple. So what we're going to do is cut all of this plastic out of here. This is all going to get removed, and that will get replaced with a new gauge like so. Of course, what is this? The Equus, you know, O'Reilly's store brand. Nothing fancy. The Autometer ones, man, they're just expensive. Those things are pricey, you know? That'll be better in factory. What I've done is measured the diameter of this gauge, 2 inches, just scribed around in a circle where my cut line needs to be. So there's the plastic that we're gonna chop out. That'll make a cool sticker, won't it? Where am I gonna put that? All right, so let's get to cutting. After a couple hours of grinding, cutting, and chopping, here is the end result. Because of the dimensions, it's awfully tall. So for this gauge, I had to go in here and grind out the supporting ribs that are in the plastic there. Marked it out, cut everything else with a Dremel real careful like, removed the trim bezel, just glue the thing in place. I'm not planning on changing this out ever again, so we just glued her in there. On the back side, this factory conductor had provisions for a non-Super Coupe voltmeter. So you have to chop that out of the way, oblong our hole a little bit for the pressure source to connect. Had to make a custom, just short little fitting there that I soldered so that I could connect to the factory tube. You could see the mismatch there for the lighting. Just fabbed up a little tiny LED there. Nice shallow mount. That'll work perfect. There we go. That's in. And we will put this all together. Fuel gauge here. Should just pop right in if I did my job halfway right anyway. There she goes. There we go. And you're in. And while you have it apart, right now is a perfect time to refresh your odometer gears. Plenty of videos out there on how to do that. Not a bad deal at all. And right now is the perfect opportunity to detail all of your gauges, whatever you do. The gauges themselves are fine, but these raised letters here, temp, fuel, and oil, do not touch those with your rag. The paint is so old and decrepit, it'll just flake right off and it'll stain the black next to it. So maybe just use a light bristle brush, do not use a rag. Or if you can help it, don't even touch them at all. Also a good time to shine up and buff your lens. I'm going to go ahead and do that, then we'll pop this all together. Well, gosh dang, that is one clean looking cluster. Sweet. The only thing I could have done better is a black face gauge. But it's fine. Let's go pop this in the car and see what our actual boost is, because we don't know. I've only ever run tetanus with the factory gauge and it pegs it. So let's see what we actually make on this bad boy. Back in the shop. On the lift. Why? You know, when you're learning, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. If you don't make mistakes, you're not trying, right? I made a mistake. But in reality, it's not that bad. Went through this engine. We had broken pistons in there, got everything all changed out, put fresh bearings in the bottom end and all that stuff. Everything is great. She's running awesome, except for an oil leak. Part of that procedure, when you remove the main bearing caps, on the rear main cap, you have to add a little bead of RTV to that cap or it will leak oil. Oops, learn the hard way. That's fine. So when you screw that up, the result is what appears to be a rear main seal oil leak. Everything gets all wet. I've already wiped this down once, but it's spraying all up in there. Yeah, my bad. We're just gonna pop the transmission out quick, get that out of there, shove some RTV up in that little crevice, and we should be good to go. That's what I'm hoping for. Here we go.
Tell me what I can do. I need you. What I can do. I need you. What I can do. I need you. What I can do. I need you.
Here real quick. 19, not an 18, dummy. Come on. Yeet. One of the lessons I have not learned yet on flywheel bolts, the actual hardness is unknown. I never use a torque wrench. I just zip these things down with the impact as tight as she'll go. I haven't broken one yet. Lucky me, I guess. I did check. The leak is not from the top, so that would suck to pull the transmission out for all that if I didn't need to, but you know, it's fine. Can you even see it in the camera? Man, that is tough. You can obviously see all the oil right down here. All right. Oh, it's really hard to tell on that end. Oh, but you can see it there. Okay. Yeah, she's right here. She's actually on top on the block side, not the cap. That's the cap. That's the block. That's where my oil is. So I believe it's coming out of that little freaking corner on both sides. So we will get her gooped up nice and pretty. She's gonna be fine. I gotta show you guys something really cool that actually just worked. I'm kind of blown away here. What I did is capped off my one valve cover on the right side that has the PCV valve. I plugged that. Put an air pressure regulator into my left valve cover, that's just a vent that goes to your return to the intake. And put a regulator on there. And just giving it 10 pounds of pressure. Watch this. Loser. Just pressurize it. And we'll just hang out here for a minute. And we're going to see the oil seeping. Can you see it? There it is. Yeah. Oil seeping right out. Isn't that awesome? Not able to see it so well on that guy, but definitely you can see it seeping out of that one. So that's a win. And believe it or not, I just thought of a better way to prove it even further. Low soapy water. Look at that. Pouring right out, dude. It's blowing the bubbles right out of it. See that? There you go. There you go. Proven times 2. We're good. That's a little better. All right. First night out in a while. Been babying the shit out of this thing, so let's see how she does. Plus, we've got the boost gauge, so let's see what it's actually at for boost. Ooh, 1415. That's good. That's really good. Oh, man. Yeah, that boost gauge is a little bright, but it gets the job done. She's pulling nice. Pulling very nice. Still cool. That's good. Starting to blow smoke out of the breather. If I keep going, she's going to catch on fire. Yep. She's doing real good. Real good. Not leaking any oil out of that main bearing cap. That's good stuff. So, God, that sounds incredible. So all that's left now is get her ready for ice cream cruise. That's 1 week away. So I'm gonna get her cleaned up, shined up, you know, give it a nice buff, maybe a little ceramic coating, tire shine, all that good stuff, you know. The gold star treatment of turd. I don't know. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you in the next video.
You're the king right now.
No, I'm not the king. No, I'm not the king.
Hail the king!
No, I'm not the king.
Hail the king!
No, Christ is king, not Charlie Kirk. Charlie's not king. Christ is king.
I don't know. Think it'll do a burnout?
I hope so.
Yeah.
starting to blow smoke out of the breather. If I keep going, it's going to catch on fire.
Yep.
All right? All right, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got to put a bigger breather on it. That's the one thing that limits.
Gotcha.
Yeah, see, I'm a good driver, dude. Everything I do is slow motion.
I like it.
All right, cool.
Dude, it fucking whips so
Yeah,
hard.
it does, man. Let it go. Yeah. Thanks for riding along,
Yeah,
man.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I appreciate it.